Got this story for you. According to the Federal Election Commission, former President Barack Obama's official campaign organization directed nearly $1 million to the same law firm that funneled money to that firm that dug up the negative anti-Trump information in that famous anti-Trump file. It's called Fusion GPS. They were paid by this law firm. This file was filled with unverified and salacious comments about President Trump. President Trump tweeting today, report out that Obama campaign paid $972,000 to Fusion GPS via that law firm. The law firm also got $12.4 million, parentheses, really, from the DNC, and nobody knows or who okayed it. Now, here's a timeline. Obama for America pays $972,000 to the law firm Perkins Coie from 2016-2017. Perkins Coie also gets $12.4 million from the DNC and the Hillary campaign. They then retain Fusion GPS to dig up dirt about then-candidate Donald Trump. They then hire former British spy Christopher Steele. Steele builds up that refuted anti-Trump file. Lawyers for Steele admit in court last April his work was unverified, was never meant to be made public. Then FBI Director Jim Comey briefs Obama and Trump on the contents, even though Obama's campaign, Hillary's campaign, and the DNC paid for it. Let's bring in former Deputy Director of the Trump campaign and President of Citizens United, David Bossie. Good to see you, David. What do you think of this? All of this? Now the Obama campaign linked to this report.
Well, it's an amazing day yeah, on both sides. Paul Manafort and Rick Gates' indictment and the continuous rollout of additional information about who was paying the Perkins law firm and what money of that they were getting was being used to pay Fusion. Now, what really is interesting is that the DNC and the leadership of the DNC today and the prior chairman claims no knowledge. No one inside the Obama campaign has any knowledge. It's just no one knows who did it, but we do know it was done.
So the Democrats seem to be slicker than the Republicans about stuff like this. You know, you've worked on political opposition. I remember you when you were working on Whitewater. You had the Whitewater documents.
Sure.
About Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton said you were part of that vast right-wing conspiracy. Were these payments legal?
Well, I think, first of all, there's nothing that in their appearance that makes them illegal. It is what the Democrats were doing. And of course, Mark Elias, who is one of the partners at the Perkins law firm, was sitting with John Podesta when John Podesta was asked about these payments, and he claimed not to know anything about Fusion. And so Mark Elias is in the room when that's being asked. Obviously, he's the lawyer in the room, but there's more questions about the Democrats and about the Democrats' intentions.
But he's not just any lawyer. Mark Elias worked for the DNC as a counselor.
Right.
He worked for the Hillary campaign as a lawyer. He's worked for John Kerry, for Al Franken. He is known in Democrat circles, right?
He's an incredibly well-regarded lawyer, highly regarded across all the party platforms, and has been used by everyone. And so it is a little surprising that he seems to be mixed up in this. We will learn in the coming days exactly what the Perkins law firm was doing, and maybe not in the coming days. Look, this may take congressional investigations unless there seems to be any criminality, and if there is, then of course the Department of Justice
hang on a second,
or Mueller could.
All right, because this we don't know. Again, we don't know whether this file was used to do surveillance eventually on the Trump Tower and the Trump team. David Bossie, we have to leave it there. Sorry for that, sir. We want to bring you back in, though. Great stuff, David. Good to see you.
Anytime.